At least 40 people were killed across the country on Sunday as thunderstorms and rain swept north, east and south India. Violent dust storms followed by rain and lightning toppled walls and uprooted trees. 18 people were killed in Uttar Pradesh, 8 died in Andhra Pradesh and 3 in Telangana, officials told NDTV. According to reports, 9 people were also killed in West Bengal and 5 in Delhi, NCR region due to the storm. The Weather Office has said thunderstorms are expected across northwest India over the next 48 to 72 hours as several weather phenomena, including western disturbances, converge on these areas again. We have NDTV's Alok Pandey on the line from Lucknow to talk about what happened in UP yesterday. Alok, over to you.
Thank you so much, Madhu. The news from UP is disturbing again. 18 people are dead, as you were pointing out. Now, just to give you a breakup of where these deaths have happened, most of them have happened either in western UP or in the central part of Uttar Pradesh. For instance, the Kasganj district, where those, just to jog our viewers' memory, where those riots took place on during Republic Day. That's where 5 deaths have taken place. Itawa, which is the home district of the Yadav, Samajwadi Party Yadavs in UP, 1 death has taken place there, 1 in Kannauj, 3 in Bulandshahr, which is closer to Delhi, 1 in Sambhal, 1 in Aligarh, 2 in Ghaziabad, 1 in Hapur, 1 in Noida and 1 in Saharanpur. So it does seem that most of the casualties that have occurred, Madhu, are in western UP again, because the severity of the storm, I think that side was more. In fact, the news agency ANI has sent us some visuals of some of these big dumpers or canters, as you call them, these big trucks falling on vehicles on the Delhi-Kanpur highway near Bulandshahr because of perhaps the kind of winds that blew yesterday evening. So that's something that seemed to have happened. The Chief Minister, Madhu, has directed all district magistrates to provide immediate relief, but the news has not been good for UP over the last 5 or 10 days. If you remember that big storm where about 60-70 people died in Uttar Pradesh and another 30-40 in Rajasthan about a few days ago, then there was another one where 14-15 people died, and now this one where 18 people are dead, and perhaps the numbers could rise once more updates come in from the government. So disturbing news for the state, but this time around they were saying that they were prepared, Madhu, and that's why warnings had been sent out, district magistrates had been put on alert. But the nature of these injuries, unfortunately, sometimes turn out to be very freak, in the sense that a tree falls on someone, a kacha wall, house, roof collapses on someone. So some of these deaths, I don't want to say unavoidable, but perhaps that's the word to use. But right now, 18 people are dead, and we believe that the Chief Minister has directed all district magistrates to stay within their districts and to mount as early relief as possible.
Right, Alok. We're now going across to Uma Sudhir in Hyderabad to talk about the damage in Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh. Uma, over to you.
Yes, Madhu. In fact, these thunderbolts have killed 14 people is the figure now in Telangana and in Andhra Pradesh. As many as 9 people have died in Andhra Pradesh, 7 of them in Patapatnam in Srikakulam district, which is really the north coastal area of Andhra Pradesh. And besides that, 1 death is reported from Vijayanagaram, 2 more from Kadapa district, and we have 3 from Manchiryal, 2 from Vikarabad. Both of these are in Telangana. Once again, this is thunderbolts that have killed people. This is some kind of electric activity. People have been warned, in fact, that there are going to be huge number of lightning and thunderbolt strikes over the next 48 hours as well, and they must stay indoors, and they must, in fact, not go to the open fields, not stand under the trees, and if possible, stay under some kind of shelter where they can be stay protected from the thunderbolts. All these, of course, happening very, very suddenly, but we have seen this kind of thunderbolt activity quite rigorous and very frequently in the last few days. And in fact, one of these days we had as many as 4,400 thunderbolts striking on a single day. And the casualty, in fact, yesterday has been the highest in the last 3 years in terms of thunderbolts on a single day happening in both these Telugu states. Like Alok was mentioning, thunderbolts, once again, very difficult to predict. And how do you prevent them? Of course, part of the larger climatic changes that happen. But of course, once again, now thunderbolts being included as the National Calamity Fund, and therefore these families will get some kind of pressure from the government. But the warning is still there. One of them, in fact, was a fisherman in Manchiryal. They were going to cover their paddy fields with polythene to avoid the waters that have, the rainstorm waters destroying the crop. and that's when they got hit by the lightning itself. In Patapatnam as well, children ranging, there are youngsters as old as 14 and 18 years old who are being killed, and others are all farmers, in fact, have been killed. In Kadapa, we have even got visuals of people who are injured in the thunderbolt being treated in hospital, but even there does not seem to be electricity, and therefore you are seeing the treatment, in fact, happening under cell phone lines. Back to you, Madhu.